In this video, we're going to be running the GOYOJO Autoclave. So, first thing we want to do is we want to add water. We want to make sure when we're doing this, we're going to be using distilled water only. You do not want to use tap water because you don't want to be adding any minerals or sediment in there. You need the water level to be at least above the heating element, but below this little line right here. Then we can add our instruments. We want to make sure that they are at least somewhat spaced apart because you do not want them to be touching each other while they are getting steamed. Of course, depending on the instrument, it might roll around a little bit. Typically, if you're going to be doing this, you're going to want to put them in an autoclave bag, so it's a little baggie that's going to seal up. So after everything is sterilized, it's going to remain in the bag and it's going to remain sterilized until you're ready to use it. If you're going to be using the tool right away after using it, then this is okay, but most of the time you're not going to be doing that. The bag will also help to keep it from rolling around. Now we can close the door. Now at some point you might hear a click. That is going to be this safety switch here on the bottom. There we go. So you kind of heard that. And we just want to tighten this up to make sure we got a good seal. Now we can power it on. We have a valve right here. To the left is open, so that is not going to allow it to pressurize. To the right is closed. That is going to allow it to pressurize. Right now the display reads LD. That means it is ready to go. If we had this open, we have DO. That means the door is not all the way closed. There we go. We want a spot for our drain hose to go. I have got a bucket. This is a plastic bucket. I put some water there in the bottom. The reason is because hot steam is going to be coming out of here. You don't want to give it a chance to melt this bucket. So I'm going to drop the hose in the bucket. Then we can select our temperature. Right now we're at 121 degrees. That'll take 30 minutes, or 134 degrees. That will take 10 minutes. Basically, I would always use the 134 degrees just because it's going to be much faster. That way I'm not spending as much time on the autoclave. But if you have delicate instruments and you're worried about them, you want to make sure that they are staying in good shape, then you could reduce the temperature, and that will be more delicate on those instruments. So now all we got to do is hit play. So on the dial here, it got up to right about 30 psi, and then it automatically relieved some of that pressure. So we do have a bell to let us know that we are done. I'm going to open up the valve to make sure that we have released all of the pressure. We can see over here on the pressure gauge that we are at 0, and the valve is open, so I know that nothing is going to come at me whenever I open up the door. I do want to expect a little bit of steam, so I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit, and then we can crack that seal. Now, the nice thing about this style of door is that even if there is pressure on here, this is going to hold the door from opening up. So we know for sure that we do not have a problem there. We can finish opening up the door. There we go. Yeah, there is a little bit of steam, but not much at all. I can definitely feel some heat coming off of that guy. And those are some sterilized tools. Now again, with something like this, because we are currently exposing it to the atmosphere, we are now introducing new bacteria to it. So if we're going to start using it right away, then we can pull this out of here and we can start using it. It's worth keeping in mind that is going to be a bit on the toasty side. But if you're going to take it from here and you're going to put it in storage for a little while, you would want to use a sterilization package. In the greater scheme of things, they are pretty cheap. They're definitely going to be worth getting if you actually care about sterilizing your equipment. So I should have a timer on the side, which is going to tell us exactly how long this took. You will notice that that did take much longer than 10 minutes. It took right around 30-40 minutes, but that's important because we want to make sure that we're getting all the way up to temperature, holding that temperature so we make sure we're killing all the bacteria, and then we can bring that guy down. So it does take a little while. At 121 degrees Celsius, it's not going to have to go as hot, so it's going to be able to get to temperature quicker, but again, it's going to have to hold for 30 minutes. So make your call as to how you want to do that. But yeah, overall, that is an awesome machine.